Oh, nice. I wanna know how you make your animation smooth as butter. Like really smooth, like very soothing, and just like overall. Oh, right then I show you how. Cause we already used keyframes last time, and now we wanna edit the spline of the keyframes. What is the spline, right? And I'm gonna show you exactly what. Okay, so on the top left, where we have all our things here, let's click on keyframes. Just go out of anything else. Just click keyframes and click your image, and you can see your keyframes, right? This is really nice if you're working with keyframes, this view. But for what we are doing, we are going here, right, on the left side, click that, and now we see our keyframes in a different way. We see how they move. So for example, this is position X. So it goes from right to left. So you can see it, how the X position goes down. As you can see here, we're going down, right? And this shows it. The same with the Y. But with Y, we're going up. That's the zooming, where we can see nothing really changes, right? Though it's kind of gotta changes. I think it's just very small. Or the zooming is somewhere else. Anyways, as you can see, this is very flat. So let's select all the points that we don't want to be flat anymore. So for this example, let me just use the point when the mouse reaches the subscribe button. Click on it, and then you see this window opens, and this is how we're gonna edit the splines. This is linear, what it already is. Ease in, ease and out. I'm gonna use ease in and out. So now you can see it starts off very fast and it gets slow and slow and slower. Let's do the same here. Make sure you don't move it. Control Z to make, if you want to return to the original state. This. And let's look how this looks now. Bam. 10 times smoother. 10 times smoother. Now we got this. The clicking, right? You can see when the mouse goes down. It goes also down in a linear state. We can also change that. Right, make it a little bit more smooth. It's not that big of a difference, but we can do it because we are just awesome like that. Next up, also very small detail, but because I cropped the image, the middle of the image is not in the middle actually, it's there as you can see. So when the mouse clicks down, it goes kind of down to left, right? You can see. Right, let's just see it. This is where the pixels end. You see I selected the edges of the pixels. And it doesn't go down to the middle. Right, so if you have the same problem, we can change the anchor, which is right here. So let's just make sure this doesn't have any keyframes. And change the anchor a little to the left, and now we can see the anchor is this point right here. Yeah, this. No, it's in the middle. Bam. And you can see now it actually goes down to the middle rather than to left. Now with that, obviously it also changed the position of our cursor, but yeah, you can fix that. Just like do new positions. I'm gonna copy paste this when it clicks down. That's kind of unnecessary. Right, okay, now it's smoother. And the mouse doesn't the mouse doesn't zoom out anymore. Okay, I kind of deleted that. Let me bring it back. Okay. Now it works again. Let me zoom in a little bit more. I feel like we can do it a little more smaller, right? Yes. I'm gonna make this the ease in and ease out again, so it's a little bit smoother. And right, we're one step closer, so this looks very smooth. Now you probably realize sound is missing, so let me real quick just sound for mouse click sound effect in my browser. Download this. Right, I know you can't see that, but just download some sound effect, put that in, align it, make sure it's good aligned. Right, and we have this. Now let's complete the animation. Let's make it complete. So let's move our mouse cursor and our subscribe button up so we can go in the effects and under toolbox, under generator, right? Under generator it was, you can see solid color. If you can't find it, just click on the lens here and search for solid color. Drag it under our clips, and now you can see we can change the background. Let's make it white. Right? I'm also gonna change the size of the subscribe button a little because the resolution is very bad. It just looks a little better like this, right? It's just the image. That's why it looks a little bit stupid. Let's go in the effects again and search for drop shadow. Right, it's under the open effects. Or it's not called, it's called drop shadow in Fusion. It's just called shadow, I think. Or it's also called drop shadow. Okay. Drag that on our clip. Yeah, you can drag effects on your clip. Right? Now we got a little drop shadow. You can deactivate it here, activate it, change it as you like. Yeah, and it just looks a little bit better. We can also drag that on the mouse cursor. And I think that's already, we could work on it more, make the animation even more smooth, but I think that's good enough for first. Right? Because there's a lot more we're gonna talk about it, and I have to look how I'm gonna fit this only in the beginner section, because the more advanced stuff is gonna be in the more advanced tutorials later on. Okay, yeah, thank you for the animation. Yeah, you did a great job. The next part is there if you wanna, I don't know, it's somewhere.